first time I experienced a security lock. And what's a security lock? It has to be locked by somebody that's got a government official, but that has a lot of power to unlock it, and the processing and all that. It's their thing to handle. It's one of those higher power type situations. I don't try to interfere or bug anybody about that. I just try to go with the flow. Everything will happen in its right time. But yeah, that's one of those higher power situations. But that's when I first found out about the security lock, and basically it's divine timing. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just have to save up my money and maybe perhaps go to another school, or if it comes down to it. So ever since then, I've been kind of struggling to get back on my feet. Yeah, I've been struggling real hard to get back on my feet. And then after that, I kind of had a little bit of, I had some debt I had to deal with. Everything kind of went downhill from there. I had to start taking care of some debt. And I got in a little bit of trouble with the law. I will admit, I got in some trouble. It was just like minor stuff, like trespassing and smoking marijuana, if I can be honest. I'm trying to remember because a lot happened during that time. Smoking marijuana, I got caught by the police. I got in a little trouble. I had to do some community service. And then I kept getting trespassed because I was sleeping outside, and I didn't have nowhere to go. So then, with Houston, it was kind of that constant thing where I was getting in trouble, and I was being harassed a lot and followed a lot. So I just decided to leave that behind and go to Arizona. And I had an iPhone there too. And like I said, I never got security blocked until I was about to leave Arizona. Once I was about to leave Arizona, that's when I got security blocked. So, yeah, I had an iPhone for a good amount of time that I was there, and it got stolen. And I think that's when the iPhone, I had an iPhone 6S when I was in Arizona. And when that iPhone got stolen, I think that's when the security lock was put on there. Because, actually, that's not even that. Because even when I got my iPhone 6S stolen, I was still able to log into my my information. I was still able to log in. And if my iPhone was on at the time, I would have been able to track it. But every single time, whether it was on or off, I never was able to track it. Or if I called the police to come confiscate it, I never got it back. So, yeah, I never got it back. And then after that, I was still able to log on to my iTunes, my iCloud, everything. I was able to log on. And that's where I had a lot of important information and stuff like that. Files, saved files, all that. Some of it was school files, some of it was personal, some of it was business information, like my business information, my work history was all on there. And now, because it's been security locked and my identity's been stolen, I can't access that either. So I don't know how long it was in between the time I was about to leave Arizona. You know what? I think it was still accessible. It was maybe right before I left Arizona. Right before I left Arizona, that's when the security lock was put on there. Right before I left Arizona. That's when, and I was in Arizona for about 3 years, so Yeah, my security code was good from all the way I was from 14 to 28, I think, maybe 29. How old was I when it got locked? Yeah, it was about 28. So 14 to 28. So 14 solid years of never being security blocked to all of a sudden being security blocked. And I've had to replace many Apple products. It went from a Shuffle to a Nano to a iPod Touch to an iPhone, and I've had multiple iPhones. It's like, and every last one of them got stolen. I think there was only one where it stopped working because of the water damage, but it was the iPod Touch. Even then, still, I was still able to recover everything on my account. I was still able to recover everything, and only now was when I got blocked. So it's clear that my finances and everything's being, because I haven't received any of my tax returns. I've only received one tax return. All the other years that I've worked, the tax returns that I was supposed to receive, I never got them. All the donations from community support, never received it. And then income from other jobs that I've put in work for, being blocked. Around the time I started noticing that was around the time that my iCloud's account got security locked. That was about around that same time. That's when I noticed that my finances were being blocked, because when I tried to get Cash App, I was able to get it on my iPhone, right? But then when my iPhone got stolen and I got an Android phone and I re-downloaded the app and I used the same email that I had before, my Cash App account was blocked. Like straight up blocked. Like, oh, we don't, but it's like I had proof of account. I had my verification code from when I first started all the way through and through when I've logged into my Cash App, and my Cash App account was blocked, like straight up blocked. So then I tried to start a new one with my other Gmail, and I wasn't allowed to because I used the phone number. And I'm like, I don't know. It was just like, it was clear that my Cash App was blocked, and somebody was attacking my finances. So, and all that is pretty much, like I said, desperation around. I mean, they did something real terrible to me. My sister set me up, and Sierra recorded and allowed me to be gang raped. She had the power to do something about it. She had the power to stop it. And even if she didn't have the power to stop it, she could have reported it. She could have helped me with the bullying, but she made her choice. She made her choice. You know, she could have did the right thing, but she chose not to. And she's still choosing not to. She's still choosing to humiliate me and disrespect me and let insecurities control how she behaves. That's all on her, you know, but I've already cut her off. So at this point, she's an adult. She can do whatever she wants to do. But I'm at a point now to where, I mean, she already burned that bridge with me when she put shit in my food and she spit in my face. So that's over and done with. She already burned the bridge several times with me, so at this point, her behavior really doesn't surprise me. I'm done with her, so. But yeah, her and my sister, you know, plotted on me, plotted on my downfall, and they were really cruel about it too. And I wouldn't be surprised them teaming up against me to cover their tracks. Because I mean, if I did something terrible like that to somebody that was good to me, that trusted me, I wouldn't want nobody to know about that either. I'm not justifying what they're doing and how they're behaving, but I wouldn't want nobody to know that either. I don't think anybody would want anyone to know that. And if they had to do little shady things here and there to protect their secret, I'm pretty sure they'll do it. Especially if they have the power and the access to do it, I'm pretty sure they will. So, yeah, but my sister has already burned that bridge with me. And I feel like she keeps telling people, I don't know if it's her or if it's Sierra, but one of them or both of them keeps telling people that we're together. And I don't know why they're doing that. I guess maybe it's just psychosis. But I feel like it's getting to the point where it's making me look bad. Because they force me to depend on them. They force me to sexually engage with them like almost every night. If they're not forcing me to sexually engage with them, then they're hazing me every day and every night. They're putting stuff in my food and my water and then trying to make it seem like I'm just a careless drug addict. You know what I'm saying? And they body shame me. You know, they feminize me. They try to attack me because I'm transgender. And like they make inappropriate comments. They mispronounce me. And I know that, speaking as a transgender person, how much we hate being mispronounced. How we hate being mislabeled. We hate it. It's just like how dogs hate being babied. That's how us transgender feel when we get mislabeled. Especially when it's intentional. When somebody's like doing that to intentionally get under our skin, where they say, hey, like say if you're a transgender man, right? And you want to be called sir or mister, right? But somebody keeps being disrespectful and saying, oh, miss, ma'am, to be disrespectful. And they do it every day. And like they're in a position to where they feed you every day. Like they've damaged your life. They block your success. They sabotage your finances to the point where you have no other choice but to eat whatever food they make you. Like they're completely violating your boundaries and your free will because of your transgender status, and they force you to depend on them so that they can express their hate. Like it's really annoying, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it really does piss me off to where I want to beat their ass or fuck them up really bad. But I'm not trying to catch a case. I'm really not. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. But ooh, like just how disrespectful they are. Cause they be doing that shit to me, and it really fucking irritates me. You know, and I'm LGBT all the way through and through. So when I get like sexually harassed like that, it's fucking irritating and it's mad disrespectful. And when I see them do that to other people, it pisses me off. Like, okay, I don't know if y'all watched the show, excuse me, Power. So for those who have not watched every episode of the show Power, I'm gonna put in a spoiler alert for those who have either not watched the show at all, they have not gotten to the part that I'm about to explain, or they just haven't finished it in general. Like, this is a spoiler alert. So if you haven't finished watching Power, Power Book 2, Ghosts. If you haven't finished that series, then I would suggest you go watch that series and then come back here. It's 4 seasons. They're an hour each. You can knock them out the park. You'll probably finish the whole series within a week, because it goes by fast. So basically, or maybe within a couple of days, I guess. It just depends on, you know, how much you watch TV, how fast you can burn through the series. But it's 4 series, and I think it's 10 episodes each. So 40 episodes total, I believe. Yeah, I think so. So it's, about 40 episodes total. So however long it takes you to watch 40 1-hour clips, have fun. Okay, so there's a character on there named Cooper Sax. And on the show, he identifies as a male. I don't know, like they didn't really go into depth on the whole story, but I think he is a transgender male. I